Hey guys, and welcome to another Minecraft Stadiums GA predictions video. So it is the second weekend of the Football League. So with that, let's jump right in.
So up first we have Down versus Antrim. Down won last week, Antrim lost. So should be in Down's favour, and I think it'll stay that way. I'm gonna say they're gonna win by 3 points. I think they're just gonna be too strong for Antrim. So Down to win by 3 points. And our second and final game on Saturday is Waterford versus Carlow. How did this go for them? So Waterford lost last week and Carlow only managed to get a draw, so this should be a bit closer than some of the other games. I think Waterford could possibly do it, but I think Carlow were better than them last year. I'm going to go with Carlow, and I'm going to say by 2 points. I'm going to keep it close, but give Carlow the win. So Carlow to win by 2 points. So our first game on Sunday is Kerry versus Monaghan. Both teams lost last weekend, so they're both looking to bounce back from that. But I'd probably put the advantage with Kerry. They're the defending champs. They should be better. They should be better than Monaghan. So I'm going to say Kerry, but I'm going to keep it close. I'm going to say by 2 points. I think Monaghan will really put it up to them. So Kerry to win by 2 points. Up next we have Galway versus Roscommon. Roscommon won last week. Galway only got a draw, so it should be a pretty close game. Roscommon are currently sitting top of the table, and Galway are mid-table. So the advantage is probably with Roscommon because they beat Tyrone, who are a very strong team, and Galway managed to get the draw out of Mayo. So I think Roscommon will do it, but I think Galway will really put it up to them. I'm going to say by 1 point. I think it'll be close, but Roscommon will get a lucky point at the end. So Roscommon to win by 1 point.
Up next we have Tyrone versus Donegal. Gonna be a tough one, I imagine. I can see both teams really putting it up to one another. But Donegal at least got the win last weekend. Tyrone didn't. So I think I'm going to go with Donegal, and I'm going to say 3 points. I think Donegal are strong enough to do that. So Donegal to win by 3 points. And up next we have Armagh versus Mayo. Armagh got the win last weekend. Mayo only got a draw. So could be a tough one. It could be in Armagh's favour, but Mayo are a very strong team. They were in the final last year. So I think I'm going to put this one as a draw. And I'm going to say 12 points to 1-9. So I'm going with a draw for this one.
Up next we have Meath versus Clare. Both of them won last weekend. Meath are just sitting above them on score difference. So this one could be very close. I think they're just about on the same level. So I think I'm gonna put this one as a draw actually. And I'm gonna put it as 10 points each. I think it'll be close enough that it'll be low scoring, and they'll take it to a draw. So Meath and Clare to draw. Up next we have Kildare versus Cork. Both teams lost last week. Cork managed to avoid relegation last year just barely, and Kildare were relegated last year, so it's kind of in Kildare's favour, I'd say. But Cork could put it up to them. Um, they could surprise us, but I think I'm going to go with Kildare on this, and I'm going to say by 2 points. I think they'll just outmatch Cork that little bit. So Kildare to win by 2 points.
Up next, we have Louth versus Derry. Derry currently sit top of the league. Louth are sitting in sixth. So the advantage is definitely with Derry. I think it's going to stay that way. I'm going to say a win by 6 points. I think Louth could probably put it up to him, but Derry will just be the stronger team in the end. So Derry to win by 6 points.
Up next we have Limerick versus Dublin. Dublin won last week and Limerick lost. So the advantage is definitely with Dublin. I think Dublin were just unlucky to get relegated last year. I think they'll definitely be going back up this year. But who knows, they're sitting in third on score difference at the minute, so as long as teams can hold them to a low score difference, they won't get promoted. So, but I'm going to go with Dublin on this. I'm going to say by 6 points. I think they're just going to be a good bit stronger than Limerick. So, Dublin to win by 6 points.
Up next, we have Longford versus Westmeath. Both teams lost last weekend, so this one could go either way. I think I'm going to go with Westmeath. They're a very strong side, and they're really proving themselves. So I'm going to go with Westmeath. I'm going to say by 3 points. I think Longford, because both of them lost, I think Longford will put it up to them, but Westmeath will snatch it in the end. So Westmeath to win by 3 points.
Up next we have Offaly versus Fermanagh in a battle for the top of the table. So both teams won last week. So this should be a close one. I think Offaly will probably end up the stronger team. But Fermanagh are very good, but I'm still going to go with Offaly on this. I think it'll be by only one lucky point at the very end. I think Fermanagh will really put it up to him, but Offaly will just manage to take it. So, Offaly to win by 1 point.
Up next, we have Cavan versus Tipperary. This is going to be an interesting one. Cavan won last weekend, but Tipperary didn't. But they're very close on the table, so. But I think the advantage is going to still be with Cavan. So I'm going to go with Cavan on this one. I'm going to say by 4 points. I think they're definitely strong enough to do it. Tip will put it up to him, but Cavan will just have the stronger team. So Cavan to win by 4 points.
Up next we have London versus Leitrim. Leitrim are currently sitting top of the table. London drew with Wexford and are currently sitting in 6th. So the advantage is definitely with Leitrim. I think Wexford were unlucky to only take the draw against London. So I think Leitrim will definitely do better. And I'm going to say by 4 points. I think they're probably a good bit stronger than London. So Leitrim to win by 4 points. Up next we have Wicklow versus Sligo. Wicklow got a win last week. Sligo lost. So advantage is with Wicklow. But Sligo aren't too bad of a team. But Wicklow, I think Wicklow are probably just a little bit better. I think they'll take the win. I'm gonna give Sligo a chance, and I'm gonna say by 2 points. I think Wicklow will just outdo them in the end. So, Wicklow to win by 2 points. And our final game of the weekend is Laois versus Wexford. Laois managed to get the win last weekend. Wexford only managed to get the draw, but I think Wexford were unlucky to only have the draw because they had control of the match for the majority of the first half. So I think they could definitely put it up to Laois. Can they get the win or another draw possibly? Or will Laois win? It's a tough one. I think I'm gonna meet in the middle and go with a draw on this. I think Wexford have improved a bit from last year. So I'm gonna say 1-4 to 7 points. I think a low scoring game. Yeah, so Laois and Wexford to draw 1-4 to 7 points.
And there you have it. Those are my predictions for the football this weekend. Be sure to also check out my hurling predictions, which will be coming out soon as well. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the next one.